It's coffee time with John. I have a quote that I'd like to start this coffee time with. Whole life is a search for beauty, but when the beauty is found inside, the search ends and a beautiful journey begins. Harshit Walia. I love this quote. Your whole life is a search for beauty. And what is beauty? Beauty is love. It is God. It is source. It is the oneness and the unconditional love of God. Our whole life is a search for it. Our whole life is a struggle back to it because we feel separate from it. It is our nature. It is our natural self. But when we find it, we come back to that space of just being and sharing that love. What happens next is the beautiful journey begins. You begin to see the beauty of that love, sprouting around you like a beautiful garden, showing its flowers and its leaves and its, all of its beautiful, glorious nature sprouts around you when you find it within yourself. I often talk about the quote, when you seek a path will be laid before you, but until you turn the path back to yourself, you never find the doorway. That's what this quote is saying. It's saying, come back to yourself, come back to living and being love within yourself, and watch the outer world around you change as you express more love into the world. It's a fascinating world we live in. And I feel so blessed to walk through life and get such positive reinforcement for loving. And it's so funny, the ones who are so invested in their way being the right way are the ones who attack or lash out, the ones who fight against. And I think to myself, boy, their religion doesn't make them feel loving. Their religion is based in that fear, and so they're expressing fear. Their way has to be right. You have to be wrong, and they'll call you names or whatever, you're sick, you're a false prophet, you're Antichrist, you're a demon, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. I look at them and I go, oh my gosh, they are not feeling God. They're lost in their fears, judgments, and anxieties. There's another quote I read today, and I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't know what it was. I don't know who said it or the exact wording of it. But it came down to the concept of we ourselves are the product of God, but God is the product. And so it's a never-ending cycle. It's a never-ending curl. We are one with God, and God is one with us. We are in this whole essence, one loving God. And when we come to this physical experience, we have this moment of feeling like we can't feel God, or we can't feel love. We can't feel the good side of things. And we don't realize, in many cases, they don't realize that yearning for something better is yearning to feel God again, feeling the source again. And we search our whole life for beauty, but when beauty is found inside, the search ends and the beautiful journey begins. The search ends when we stop looking outside of ourselves for this connection to source, and we start realizing that within ourselves is everything. And our choice about being love and living love and expressing love, our choice is the paintbrush of God. We get to choose. We get to take all of the assets that God gives us to create our world, and through our own inspiration and choice, we get to paint it the way we want. And when we realize that we can create love into the world and love the things that we're doing, I love coffee. Every morning I sit down and I drink it and I go, I love coffee. But what is that? That's the simplicity of experiencing God with coffee. When I drive down the road, I love to drive. So I experience the simplicity of expressing God in driving. When I meet someone new, I experience the simplicity of loving someone into my life new and laughing and joking and helping them. The other day I sold a riding lawnmower I had, and it was a young man who was starting his own little landscaping business, and he wanted his riding lawnmower so he can cut lawns. And he came over, and he obviously didn't know anything about lawnmowers. So I spent an hour, and I explained to him how everything worked, gave him my number, said, you have questions, give me a call, and then I sent him the link to the online manual. And about 2-3 hours later, he called me up. He says, how do I get the parking brake off? And, the answer was push the pedal. But that was it. That was the key, was that I loved that. I loved helping. I loved helping him. I liked being there for him. When you put love into all aspects of your life, you're putting God in your world. And what happens? Those aspects of life love you back. You are the one who is wielding the power of love. You are the one who can love yourself fully enough to express love. Because you expressing love to the world, you will get the love back. You will get the love in return. But when you express love expecting something in return, that's that condition. Unconditional love has no expectation. Release the condition. Be unconditional in your love. And the more unconditional you are in your love, the more unconditional love coming towards you will be. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.